Morning, YouTube. We're back at Woodchucks, and I am saying goodbye to Lularu, my beautiful wife, and Reboot. They're both talking. We've seen Early Riser this morning. We've seen Fresh Ground, so it's been a star-studded morning. But so we're gonna get on the road here in a minute. We got about a quarter-mile walk to get back to the trail, and then I'll be back to you. All right, out. Folks, heading out of town. Here's the now defunct Cowboys. It got closed down because appears they were selling meth. But trail just seems to go through the town of Damascus. Heading this way, I guess. Got a white blaze right there on the pole. Busy morning, it seems like, a lot going on. But now it's calmed down. So, already missing Mama, but that's all right. So, I'll see her again in about 5 weeks. Oh, thank you. I guess a pretty good-sized bubble caught up to us while we were taking our time off. So Reboot said there was 8 or 9 people in the hostel in Woodchucks, which highly recommend. Woodchucks was awesome. They were good to us. So also recommend Damascus Brewery. Pizza Plus. But I was a little disappointed with the restaurants in Damascus because there wasn't any. At least not downtown. But all right, folks. We'll catch back up to you when there's something to see. All right, guys. Just continuing on for the day. Doing good, making good time. That's the Virginia Creeper Trail over there. Reboot heard that a lot of folks who were staying at the hostel last night were going to take that out of town instead of the AT, but I don't know. I don't like that idea. So, I mean, I don't mind what other people do. So, you hike your hike. But I don't agree with it. I wouldn't do it. So I am gonna try to stay pure as long as I can. So that includes no slack packing. I don't like the idea of that. That's not really from a purist standpoint. It's from a Marine standpoint. I was taught my whole life in the Marine Corps that you never separate a Marine from his gear. So, man, I don't like the idea of slack packing. So, but again, to each his own. I don't judge anybody else. So, we're thinking we're going to do at least 16 today. I think it's the Lost Mountain Shelter. So we didn't get off today till about 9:30. So we're about 2 hours behind. So we should be able to do 16 by 5 o'clock with no problems. So then I'm pretty excited because tomorrow we should see some ponies. That's another one of those things on my list, my AT bucket list of things I want to do and see. So, but it's hard to believe that I made it to Damascus. So, in my mind, the hike is now in its second phase. I haven't named those phases or anything, but for me, The beginning's over. And we really should be hitting our stride now. We're kind of hoping that 20s will be the norm, which, you know, really shouldn't be too hard, as long as the terrain's favorable. And that's got nothing to do with ego because we did a 26-mile day. That's not what it's about. We had planned on it. So we've been flirting with 20 so many times already. So, but anyways, again, I know one of my subscribers said they were ashamed of me talking about miles and schedules, but you know, I tell you, you do have to stick to a schedule out here, in a lot of regards. If you don't, you run the risk of not making it. So that's not what my hike is about. It's not about a schedule. But, you know, you still have to keep moving. So, you know, to that subscriber, I'll say, you know, I apologize if that's not what you want to hear and what you like to hear, but once you're out here, that's just the reality of it. So, but, alright, enough of that. This is a pretty view. This is a neat trail. Got the river right next to you. So, okay. Well, I'll come back a little later. Out. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, so we just are leaving the Virginia Creeper Trail. The AT follows the Virginia Creeper Trail for a little bit of time. And it keeps, sorry for to make you dizzy, it keeps going. And we go down here, and I'm glad to get off of it because there's a lot of bicyclists out there today and they are hauling butt. I've almost been hit twice by them. They're going so fast they don't even pay attention. So, alright, that's the old man in me, so I'll quit. but you know, anything going faster than 2.5 miles an hour for me is too fast at the moment. So, and it's funny because I kept having to tell my wife, slow down, honey. I can't. It feels so weird to be going that fast in a car. So, but let me walk down here without killing myself. So, been a good day. I think we're 14.5 miles in. So, maybe a little longer. No, we have to be a little bit farther than that. Almost 15. So, we're gonna just go to Lost Mountain Shelter today. That's a little over 16. And then that'll be it for today. We started about 2 hours late today, but we still could press on if we needed to. We're just not gonna. So 16, almost 17 is enough for one day. So coming out of town is always it's always tough because your food bag is always at its heaviest. And you're always at your laziest because we've just sat around. So, but I got 2 really good nights of sleep, laying next to Mama. So it was nice. It was a fantastic visit. I'm such a lucky man. She is such a wonderful woman for putting up with me and letting me do this, and then traveling all the way down to see me. She brought me tons of different foods. She took me to Walmart and got me my resupply. And then she also checked me over. All all my little wounds. She cleaned all them up. She spent about an hour on my feet and getting my feet all taken care of. So she's a wonderful woman. She has to be to have touched my nasty feet. So, but it was a great visit. And I'm gonna just focus on how happy it was and how good of a time it was. You know, and not the fact that I miss her. So, but I miss my kids too. But that's, you know, that's just the way it is. This river is just beautiful. Alright folks, we'll come back probably once we get to camp or a little bit before. Out. So we're going to wrap up today. Good day. A little over 16 to Lost Mountain Shelter. It's a nice shelter. Sits right off the AT. So water's really close, but there is just a ton of tent camping. So just a ton of room. So a ton of spots. But so today was a good day. Good day out of camp. Or out of, not out of camp. Off of a 0-0. So, but that wraps it up. So we'll see you tomorrow morning.